Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber. So today we're going to be doing a little book haul. These are all books that I have acquired over like the last month. I got all of these off of, with the exception of two. There's two I didn't, but I got all of these from Pango Books. I have been selling some of my books, and the original plan was to sell my books and use that money to get new to me books off of there, but then I went extremely overboard, and I definitely did not sell enough books to buy all of these, so I'm on a book buying ban until I get through at least half of my physical TBR, because that thing's just getting out of control. But let's get right on into it with all the books that I've gotten recently. We'll start off with Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I did end up reading this book, was it earlier this month? But this one was really good. I believe I gave it like 4 or 4.5 stars. So this one I already read. Each of these I'm only going to give like a super brief synopsis on them. So this one, age gap, girl ends up falling for her boyfriend's dad. So it was really good. I highly recommend. Next, I got Archer's Voice finally by Mia Sheridan. I have not read a Mia Sheridan book. I'm super excited to get into this because I see this book everywhere. Still to this day, I see it everywhere. But I know that this is like super sad. After that, I got Curse of the Wolf King by Sandra Odette. I did just finish this last week. I had the Snapchat AI ended up picking this book for me. So that's going to be in a video that will probably go up later this week. But this one is a adult Beauty and the Beast retelling. At least I think it's adult. I wouldn't really personally classify this as YA. I really enjoyed the twist that she took on this. The main female character that this book focuses on is a human, and the main male character is a Fae Unseelie king, and he hates humans, and he tries to trick her into making a deal to help him break this curse, but she ends up flipping it and coming up with her own bargain with him to try and help him break the curse. So I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was very well written. I want to get into the rest of these. I know that she has quite a few other books that are retellings, so I'm really excited to get to that. Keeping on to Sandra Odette, I ended up getting the Fair Isle trilogy books, and I bought the third one off of Pango Books, not realizing that it was a third. I just didn't read it. And so I ended up getting the first two off of Amazon, and I'm just going to give like the first two sentences off the synopsis, and it says, "If I don't lose my heart, the king will lose his. I'll carve it out with an iron blade if I have to." Just reading that sounded really interesting to me. So I am looking forward to, I think after I finish the book that I'm reading, I might move into this series, because I did really enjoy her writing. So next up we have House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This one is about 12 sisters who are cursed, who are living in a manor by the sea, and it says, Annalie lives a sheltered life at Highmoor with her sisters. Once there were 12, but loneliness fills the grand halls now that the 4 of the girls' lives have been cut short, each death more tragic than the last. Disturbed by a series of ghostly visions, Annalie becomes increasingly suspicious that her sisters' deaths were no accidents. The girls have been sneaking out every night to attend glittering balls, dancing until dawn in silk gowns and shimmering slippers, and Annalie isn't sure whether to try to stop them or to join their forbidden trysts. But who or what are they really dancing with? When Annalie's involvement with a mysterious stranger who has secrets of his own intensifies, it's a race to unravel the darkness that has fallen over her family before it claims her next. I believe that this one has more of like a gothic vibe to it, so I might hold off until like the fall to read this one. Then I picked up Guild by Raven Kennedy. I do really want to get to this book soon. I see this everywhere. This is a King Midas retelling. Next up, I picked up Kingdoms of Shadow and Ash by H.R. Moore. I genuinely don't know anything about this book. I knew nothing when I saw it. I saw the cover and just decided to buy it on impulse. Plus it said fantasy series perfect for fans of Jennifer L. Armentrout, Sarah J. Maas, and Daniel L. Jensen. So that was reason enough for me to get it. But it does, there are dragons in this book. Legend states that when a ruler worthy of the name reunites the 5 kingdoms, the dragons will return. Faya has done just that, and she wants her dragons, but the dragon eggs are missing. Her 5 war-ravaged kingdoms are unhappy bedfellows and calls for her to marry grow even louder. here. I believe this is Enemies to Lovers, so sold. Then I picked up A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I have not read any of her books, but I see this series everywhere. This is a Hades and Persephone's retelling. Then I picked up another Hades and Persephone retelling, Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. I believe this one is like a Hades and Persephone retelling, but set more in today's time. I could be wrong. I just feel like I remember reading that. Then I picked up House of Pounding Hearts by Olivia Wildenstein. Again, I did not pay attention, and this is the second book. I'm pretty sure these ones are Kindle Unlimited, so I'll just read the first one on my Kindle. But yeah, I don't want to read the synopsis of that because it's the second one in the book. Then I picked up The Song of the Marked by S.M. Gaither. This one's a thick boy. This one is the first book in the Shadows and Crowns series, and it says, the old gods are growing restless and ancient evil is stirring. Can they stop the coming storm? And this one is about a mercenary who is trying to earn money to keep her mentor alive. And she ends up getting offered a job by the king. And she gets stuck working with, it says, an arrogant, mysterious right hand of the king, Captain Elander. I always love reading synopsises where they already let you know that the two main characters hate each other. So I'm going with Enemies to Lovers on this one, is my guess. And finally, I bought a whole entire series. Again, I bought the last three, not realizing that I didn't get the first one. This is Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake, and this is book one in the Three Dark Crowns series, which there are 4 total. I lied, I'm missing one of the books. Apparently there's 5, because I don't have Queens of Fenburn, which is the last one. That's fine. I'll pick that up if I end up liking this. I have a bad habit of buying whole entire series without even knowing what it's about or whether I'll like it or not, so. This one says, in every generation on the island of Fenburn, a set of triplets is born. 3 queens, all equal heirs to the crown, and each possessor of a coveted magic. Mirabelle is an elemental, able to spark hungry flames or vicious storms at the snap of her fingers. Catherine is a poisoner, one who can ingest the deadliest poisons without so much as a stomach ache. Arsinoe, a naturalist, is said to have the ability to bloom the reddest rose and control the fiercest of lions. But becoming the queen crowned isn't solely a matter of royal birth. Each sister has to fight for it. And it's not just a game of win or lose, it's life or death. The night the sisters turn 16, the battle begins. The last queen standing gets the crown. So that sounded super interesting to me. So, of course, naturally, I picked up the first 4 books in the series. But yeah, so that, I believe that's all of them. I'm pretty sure that's all that I bought so far. Oh, wait, no. I lied. I don't know. I'm going to include it in this book haul because it just showed up, but I did pre-order this like last year, but it did just show up earlier this month. So this is the Bookish Box edition of Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert, and everything about this is just perfection. So you have the cover, which is like a matte black with just the red details. And that black rose with the blood dripping off of it. And then you get the sprayed edges with like the roses, and it fades into black on the top. And you get the red blood dripping down here. The back says blood is power with a couple of faint red roses on the back. And then the hardcover of this is red with black details. And the back says the only path to peace is through power. And then you get the sides here. And this did come with a reverse dust jacket, which I thought the art looked phenomenal in it. But this one is 3 powerfully alluring vampire men and 1 queen to rule them all. All Mina ever wanted was to escape her father's control. Half human, half vampire, she lived eternally torn between 2 worlds, never fully experiencing the pleasures of either, until her father chose her as the pawn in his latest political move, gifting her to the darkly powerful and dangerously seductive Malachi Zion. Malachi is not a vampire to be trifled with. He rules with an iron fist and has a reputation for the darkest of sins. But the longer Mina spends with him, the more she realizes he's not the monster she first thought. And as fear bleeds into lust, then trust, then something more, Malachi opens Mina up to a world she never knew could be hers for the taking, including the love of Malachi's 2 closest friends and companions. Now surrounded by all 3 men, the center of their shockingly seductive world, Mina may finally have the power to face down her father and take back the life and crown that by all rights should be hers. Long live the queen. Honestly, I said that I was going to get to the Fair Isle trilogy after this, but I think I'm going to end up reading this one. I think I'm going to give myself a break from the type of fantasy that I've been reading, and I'm going to end up reading this instead, because I have been waiting for this since last year, and I've been super excited to read it, but I wanted this copy. So, but yeah, so that is all of my recent books that I have gotten. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these, which ones you liked, which ones you didn't like, and which ones you guys think that I should get to first. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below to keep up with all my future videos, and I will see you in the next one.